guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today on my channel we are going to be testing out the Tarte Shape Tape Powder Foundation. Now, I hadn't even heard about this, but Tarte had a special going on for 3 of their items for a certain price. It was a little while ago, so I did pick up this item in that to give it a try. I have it in the color 225 Light Beige, which, to be honest, I thought was going to be too light for me, but looks like it matches pretty well. If you are new around here, I do wear test videos every Tuesday, and I typically test out foundations, concealers, and mascaras. If there's ever an item you would like to see me do a wear test on, I would love to hear about it down in the comments. And if you are new around here, I would love if you subscribed and followed along. This foundation does come in 17 different colors, and it is about $32. You can also find it less expensive on Tarte's site when they have specials if you sign up for alerts. It is said to be a light to medium coverage foundation. It is an item that you can use either alone or over a foundation. It is supposedly good for covering redness, which I have in my 47-year-old skin. It is also said to cover hyperpigmentation and blemishes. The clay in this product is said to help to really kind of even out your skin tone and let it last for up to 12 hours. Now, I will be coming back at 5 and 10 hours to let you see how it lasts on me throughout the day. It is also said to soften the look of fine lines and wrinkles, and it says it is especially good for oily skin types. Now, I am combination oily skin type, so I'm right there on the border of it. So it is always interesting to see how something like this lasts throughout the day. So let's jump right into trying it out together. Starting out with this Tarte Shape Tape Powder, pressed powder in the color number 22B Light Beige. I have a feeling it may be too light because the foundation I got was too light. I'm thinking I might need medium beige. I tend to be more towards medium beige. Super cute packaging. All right, let's, whoop, little clear plastic thing was on here. And then, how's it do this? Okay, there we go. Underneath is a sponge. So we're gonna apply half with the sponge and half with a brush. This is a two-faced brush. Actually, you know what? Let's start with the brush. All right, I'm not seeing anything. All right, let's try the sponge. It's supposed to be a pressed powder foundation. All right, so the sponge, I've got some coverage with. This isn't crazy coverage, but it's looking very pretty actually, and actually it matches pretty darn good. All right, I'm kind of impressed with this. I am shockingly impressed because I did not think, when I first started with that brush, I got a little nervous. I mean, it's good. It's not like, I'm not like, oh my gosh, this is so great. You know how sometimes you put them on and you're like, wowed right away, and other things you're just like, it's okay. So I am oily combination skin type. I have redness, I have discoloration, I have sunspots. I've got a lot of redness to my skin, will be the key thing that I'm always looking to cover. I don't know, it's actually, I'm a little shocked. This is kind of looking better than I anticipated. Now, typically with a foundation, I go over my eyes, but I am not going over my eyes with this. So I'm gonna just make sure I work it into my hairline a little bit, touch up any spots that I feel like I didn't get enough coverage. I mean, it's buildable. That's nice that you can build it up. So far, pretty good. I mean, it looks a little crazy because of the brightener under my eyes, but the foundation itself, I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup and then we'll talk. Now, I wanna take a second and mention something is my favorite illuminator or highlighter is one I use. And with the powder, can you see little, like I dot it on and then I go in with a beauty blender and blend it out. It's not blending so easy with a powder foundation. So just something to note. Maybe next time I would put that on before the foundation. So all of my makeup is done now. The foundation has had a little bit of time to set. It looks pretty darn good. I'm actually impressed. I'm not seeing a lot of my texture, which a lot of times with a powder foundation, I see a lot of the texture of my skin. Even though I'm oily combination, it can really accentuate my pores and my texture of my skin. So I'm interested to see how this plays out throughout the day. Taking a look at swatches. Now, I don't have a whole lot of powder foundations, but I do want to compare them to the ones I have. This is the one we're looking at today, which is the Tarte Shape Tape in 22B Light Beige, which actually is a better color match than I had even anticipated. The next one here is my go-to one if I am going to use a powder foundation, and it is Too Faced Born This Way in the color Nude. You can see this one has a little bit more of a orangey undertone, whereas this one has a little bit more of a pink undertone. The next one here is the Laura Mercier. It is the Candlelight Sheer Perfection powder in the color number 3. This is one I use in summertime. You can definitely see that one has more of a dark tone to it. And then the last one over here is the Charlotte Tilbury, and it is the Airbrush Flawless Finish in the color number 2 Medium. You can definitely see that this one has a lot more yellow to it than these. So actually, of all the ones I have, this one actually surprisingly has the best color match. Taking a look at these swatches out in natural daylight, this one actually, it still has a little bit more pink to it than the others do. It is looking in natural daylight actually to be closer to the Charlotte Tilbury, but the Charlotte Tilbury has much more of a yellow tone to it, whereas this has a little bit more of that beige pink undertone. In reality, this one is probably, when I'm looking at it here, the closest. This one actually might be the best color match for me though. We are going to try and take a photo with a flash on and see if we can get a photo. See how this does. I always like to see how it does in a flash. This actually looks very nice. I don't see any reflective properties, a slight bit right up above my brow, but nothing crazy. It actually looks very pretty and very healthy on, surprisingly. Okay, taking a look at this outside, we do not have any sun, guys. It is overcast, has been overcast all day. Just wanted to take a look at this, see if we have any reflective properties, see if we're seeing any fine lines, see if it's settling in at all, how the color match looks. I'm interested to see this one. 5-hour check-in. I'm excited to check this out because I have not even had a chance. I've been busy today to really look at it. Separated a little bit around the edge of my nose. It actually looks really good on the forehead. Cheeks look pretty good. It's a little bit patchy right here, but my skin is super dry, so that could be why. Starting at the forehead, I mean, you can see a slight bit right in through this area of shine. Little bit of my pigmentation coming through right here. Little bit of patchiness here. Same thing on this side. And a little bit of breakdown around the nose. So overall, for 5 hours, it's not too bad. 10-hour check-in. It didn't last, guys. I mean, it's not the worst one I've tried. It's not the best one I've tried. Actually, it lasted better than I thought. It's also hard when you guys see this at night because when I hit 10 hours, it's dark out, it's nighttime, and the lights don't really do it as justice. It pulls much more blue undertone. Okay, starting at the forehead, you can see it's a little bit oily in through here. Got cheeks in some areas. It's a little bit of breakdown, a little bit where my glasses sat, a little bit around the nose, a little bit right here, but that's just dry skin. But I mean, when you're looking at it like this, it's not that bad. This is where the problem is. Let's try touching it up a little bit and see what it does. I'm not a fan particularly of this packaging, I will say that. Let's try and, oh, you can see where I touched that down. Can you see it there? I think if I had just, even if I had just blotted, honestly. Let's do a touch up. I'm not gonna go all over my cheeks too. Like, cause this is where I have some highlighter and stuff. That's pretty good, guys. That is not bad. I have a feeling this is going to be something I use more on days where I need extra coverage, and I might want to wear a tinted moisturizer with something like this to combine the two for a little bit of coverage. But I definitely will reuse this again and keep playing with it. So those are my final thoughts on the Tarte Shape Tape Powder Foundation. One thing I do want to note about this as well is the packaging. It is not the easiest to lift this up. There's these two tiny little like pieces that stick out kind of like vampire teeth a little bit. That is what you have to use. There's no like like right here, see how I'm not able to get it up? You have to get it right at the edge in order to lift that up and get to the sponge that is below. So that is a key thing to note. I hope you enjoyed this wear test and review on this product. If you are new around here, I would love if you subscribed and followed along here on my channel. And if you have any questions about this product or anything else I spoke about here in the video, I would love to hear about it down in the comments. And if you have any suggestions for products on a wear test, I'd love to hear that too. As always, guys, I really do appreciate and thank you for watching and sticking with me. Have a great day.